Cause this 15-year-old killer think he can outsmart a detective. But he did. He popped somebody. And we get the comments. Now I don't know when they gonna tell the story. 15-year-old nigga popping shit. Y'all see the caption? That bitch say coolest 15-year-old killer think he can out, so he's a killer. 15 at 15. They breeding these niggas young, chat. That's crazy. 15 years old, that's a killer game. It's 2025. They breeding these young niggas young. Young.
You're in the house where the car's at first.
Right, I was asleep. That don't mean I took the car. I was asleep all day. I didn't like when I was there.
What do you think that everyone else is? You're here.
And I could tell these niggas talking too much. I want my lawyer, nigga. Fuck you talking about. Not saying they snitching. I just want my lawyer. You know?
Okay, you're a part of very serious crimes. You have to.
Cause you might say some fucked up shit. Go to trial, they gonna put it against you.
She raised you to be an honest person, take responsibility for your actions. I don't think ones the way you thought they were gonna go. But now is the time to be honest and to get firm.
349, we're gonna need more crews. I'm pretty sure this guy's that driver shot. Yeah, dude, he's done.
So that's when I said I killed somebody.
You were part of this murder scheme.
Well, this isn't going to juvenile court, buddy. This is an aggravated murder.
So that's when I said me.
When Dayton police received reports of a carjacking at 1 a.m. on January 26, 2022, it seemed like a usual case. However, when gunshots rang out in the same part of the city just an hour later, officers quickly realized they were dealing with something far more gruesome. Rushing to the second crime scene, they discovered that the victim, 35-year-old Brandon Cooper, had been brutally executed in an assassination-style murder. With no suspects in sight, investigators tracked the stolen victim. Gruesome. Rushing to the second crime scene, they discovered that the victim, 35-year-old Brandon Cooper, had been brutally executed in an assassination-style murder. With no suspects in sight, investigators...
It look like dude is a fucking civilian too, that's what's crazy about it. Fuck, it's crazy.
Investigators tracked the stolen vehicle from the first crime scene to a house in southern Dayton View. Believing the two crimes were connected, officers arrested 4 teenagers, including 15-year-old DeTravon Mitchell and 15-year-old Tylen Peaks, who were brought to the Dayton Police Department for further questioning.
Tell me how he came into contact with you today.
I thought when you're a juvenile, they can't post anything about you.
And I just seen
Oh, the case gotta be over with.
cause my friend woke me up. He said the brother SWAT team was outside. I said why? He said no, we gotta go outside. So that's when me and my friends went outside. I ended up here.
Okay, well, let's back way up then, because obviously the day that we start with the SWAT team. What happened way before you woke up to the SWAT team?
I was chilling.
Where were you chilling at?
322 a.m.
Who were you there to chill with?
Me and Red.
Mm-hmm.
Red. I just had pulled up and then that's when I got sleepy, so I went to sleep.
Detectives are faced with 2 crime scenes. The first, a carjacking on St. Agnes Road at around 1 a.m. The second, the murder of Brandon Cooper, took place just minutes away on Fergus Avenue. But strangely, it happened almost an hour later. While detectives know that the teenagers have to be involved in the carjacking, since the stolen vehicle was found in their garage, they were now trying to determine whether they also played a role in Cooper's murder.
I'll be frank with you. I know you didn't go to sleep. That's not what happened. We expect you to be honest with us because we are honest with you. I'm not going to lie to you, so I prefer that you don't lie to me. When we ask you questions about what happened, know that you already know what happened. I'm just seeing if you're going to be honest with me, and you haven't been so far. We're right at the beginning, so that's kind of silly, right? So we know that you and Ron and Trey and Ray caught a lift earlier today.
I don't have no proof I caught no lift. I was at the house, I went to sleep. I ain't catch no lift. I don't even got lift money to catch the lift.
The plan was never to pay for it. The plan was to steal the car that's in the garage at the house where you were laying your head. Or where you say you were laying your head. How old are you?
15.
15. Okay. You wouldn't be the first first 15-year-old to sit in that chair. And you wouldn't be the first 15-year-old to catch adult charges for this kind of thing, okay?
Without no charging for it, y'all.
We're gonna charge you for 2 counts of aggravated robbery and a count of aggravated murder. This isn't the first lift you guys have done. You've probably done 10 of them, okay? You're gonna go get locked up this morning for 2 counts of aggravated robbery. You took 2 cars this morning. And the second one resulted.
Do you understand?
You're in the house where the car's at first.
Right, I was asleep. That don't mean I took the car. I was asleep all day. I did not know that was there.
What do you think that everyone else is? What do you think everyone else has been in here and said, sitting in that chair right there?
I don't know what they said. I don't know.
You're right. You don't know what they said, but we know what they said.
Unfortunately for Tylen Peaks, detectives had already spoken with
They trying to mind play my dog.
including DeTravon Mitchell, who had opened up to them.
Hold on, don't they supposed to like? Don't they mama supposed to sit in the room with them? And they young, right? On Trip and Chat.
much more easily just 4 hours earlier.
So tell me what happened tonight. How did you guys all get together? Say again.
They called me and asked me to come on.
We gonna go hit a lick? What was the plan?
Girls.
You about to snitch?
So did you find any girls? Okay.
Big homie, and for sure. Brother Keanu. Text you just don't text back. Text you just don't text. Text you just don't text her back.
They just didn't want to hang out.
Can't read chat.
Okay. So at some point you all leave, right? And you go get an Uber. Is that fair? Were you gonna go somewhere? Okay. What was the plan? Just take your car? Yeah. Okay. And you're telling the truth, man, and I appreciate that, okay?
They got his ass, man. What the fuck is you doing? What the fuck is you doing? I don't give a fuck if you a kid or not. I don't give a fuck, nigga. You know what the fuck going on. Why the fuck is you telling the business, though? This nigga telling... Look, he like... You been honest with me, my man. You been honest with me. He loving this shit. Keep feeding him more. What the fuck? Like, he tweaking, bro. I ain't gonna lie.
When they got there, was it?
Why his man's in the other room lying. Keeping it real, keeping it solid. They saying you about to get charged with murder. He's still lying to these folks, cause he know the code. Don't tell me 15, he young as fuck, he's a kid. No, his other man that's 15 too. It's telling, like, I don't know what happened. I was asleep, nigga. But the whole time, he know what the fuck going on. But he, shout out to that young man, mama, man. Loyalty is key, man. I'm telling y'all, man. These niggas be,
Man or woman that came?
these niggas wild, man.
You remember what kind of car it was? Is it the car that's in your garage? Probably, or yes? Okay. It's a Subaru. And it was you, Ray, Ty, and Rob.
If he said that,
Fair? Okay.
oh my god, man. He told.
Did somebody say something while you're driving, or how did it happen?
Just happened in plain sight.
On the night of January
told,
26,
man.
2022,
Case over with, them boys about to get
DeTravon
shelled.
and their friends Ray
Case
and
over
Rob
with, nah.
had booked
Nigga
a
done
lift
told.
ride with the intent of stealing the vehicle. Though each suspect had a different story, detectives determined that the ride was booked using DeTravon
Nigga done
Mitchell's
told,
phone
Chad.
at 12:30 a.m., with the armed carjacking taking place shortly after at around 1 a.m.
Bitch, he trying, them boy, that nigga trying to be something he not. That shit, what that shit gonna get you, nigga? That shit crazy, Chad, nigga. Man, fuck that 15-year-old shit. I don't give a fuck like none of that.
2.
I don't even want to react to this shit no more. No doubt.
I don't know. There was a punch in my wall. Don't you know?
Who had that one? Okay. Who else had a gun?
Well, they was passing the gun around.
Okay. Do you know who started with it?
And both
Who's both? Ty and Ray. So Ty and Ray were kind of passing the other gun around? Okay. Is it safe to say Ty had the other gun?
Possible.
Eventually, detectives also broke Tylen Peaks, who admitted to playing a key role in the carjacking.
This is Grand RP, your new life in GTA 5.
Oh, they
Here
broke my
you
dog.
can find everything you need for full
I'm
immersion.
Involved in this
Oh
family.
no!
Okay. And you're telling the truth, man, and I appreciate that, okay? That's all we want. When they got there with Ty and Ron, something like how did it happen?
On the night of January 20th, the Trayvon Mitchell's phone detect intent of stealing the vehicle, though each suspect had a different stiff to. On the night of January 26,
No fault, Jack.
2022, Tylen, DeTravon, and their friends Ray and Ron had booked a lift ride with the intent of stealing the vehicle. Though each suspect had a different story, detectives determined that the ride was booked using DeTravon Mitchell's phone at 12:30 a.m., with
That's
the
how they
armed
got.
carjacking taking place shortly after at around 1 a.m.
How many guns were in the car? Two. What kind of guns? Who had that one? Okay. Who else had a gun? Okay. Do you know who started with the gun? Who's both? Ty and Ray. So Ty and Ray were kind of passing the other gun around? Okay. Is it safe to say Ty had the other gun?
Eventually, detectives also broke Tylen Peaks, who admitted to playing a key role in the carjacking.
It was me, Ryan, Ray, and Church. But I don't know. I just know about the first lift. We booked
So tell us what happened.
We booked the lift, and then we just told her to get out the car. And that's when she got out the car, she started yelling and stuff. That's when we parked the car back in the garage. That's the only thing. That's the only lift I know. I don't know about no murder.
Tell her about who ordered the lift and who was sitting where and all that kind of stuff.
I don't know what ordered the lift.
Did you drive?
No, I don't know how to drive.
Who drove?
I don't know.
Come on, man. You can't do this, Tylen. This doesn't work, man. Who got in the driver's seat?
That nigga crying, yo. What the fuck?
While detectives now had enough evidence to believe that DeTravon and Tylen were primarily responsible for the first carjacking, they still faced a much bigger challenge, solving the second crime, as they had a murder victim on their hands. This task, however, would prove itself to be much more difficult than anticipated.
Do you feel bad about what happened? I just told you, add robbery, add murder. You know exactly what murder. His name was Brandon.
I don't know who Brandon is.
You don't have to know somebody to kill somebody, believe it or not.
So you're trying to say I killed somebody?
You were part of this murder scheme.
Look at all these pages. You're not number one, bro. Okay?
You can't read them out?
No, I'm not gonna read anything. I don't tell you what I know. You tell me what you did. And that's how this works. I would bet every penny I've ever made in my life that DeTravon, Ty, Ray, and Ron went back out to hit another lick. But that one was fun.
But you about
That
to shake his
one
ass
worked.
again.
And then the second one went sideways. Okay? So that's where we're at. You're here. You did grown up stuff, and that's where we're at. We got us a car. Let's go get another one. Right? Okay, so tell me about that. What was the goal? To get another car? Get some money, okay? Same four people? Okay? Everybody sit in the back, everybody sit in the front. Okay. Who all has guns in the car this time?
Same people.
Huh?
Same people.
You and Ty, or you and Ty and Ray?
I gave my gun to one of them.
Huh?
I gave my gun to them.
Which one? Because that's important, you know what I mean? Who'd you give the gun to?
Whoever you say you about to get the gun to, that's who killed the man. Whoever you about to say you give that gun to, that's who killed him. That's how they gonna put it. Bro. Watch this shit, chat.
So Ty and Ray both had guns. One of them had yours. Okay? Who said what?
You did the same thing the last time.
Just pull guns on it? So they pull guns on it, right? Somebody say, give me the car, get out.
Get out the car.
Get out the car. What does he do?
He sit there.
He didn't get out? Okay. What happened then?
Got out the car.
All four of you got out of the car?
Check out how this app helped me buy whatever I want in my favorite game. Limited money makes it so you can get what you want from the game.
According to DeTravon, Tylen and Ray both stayed inside the car when 2 shots were fired, killing Lyft driver Brandon Cooper. Before the fatal shots, he claimed that he and Ron had already stepped out of the vehicle. Interestingly, Tylen told a nearly identical story, with one key difference. He insisted that he and Ron were the only ones who got out of the car, not DeTravon. Both these stories, however, would soon turn out to be impossible.
They all fuck, you tell. Even if you tell them that you fuck, man. So you might as well keep that shit solid.
This second event, okay? And I know what you did, right? And I get it. You put your goal on somebody else and don't put yourself in committing this second offense, which you did. Right? No, come on, man.
Tell me the truth.
You've been telling me the truth so far, but I think this is the part where it gets a little hairy because this puts you involved in this man being shot.
To be real with you, just keep it home, run.
Do it.
Shot 3 times.
Huh?
Shot 3 times.
Who shot 3 times? You shot 3 times?
No. Right.
Ty and Ron, get out.
Me and Ray still in the car.
Who has your gun?
Ray.
And then who's got the other gun?
Oh my god, bro.
Ty has the other gun.
Went to his door and tried to pull him out the car.
Ty tried to pull him out the door.
He spread it off. And then Ray shot me twice.
Let's do this. Okay, so stand up. I'm the driver, right? Over here. I'm the driver, and he's trying to pull him out, right? And he wouldn't. And so Ty's trying to pull him out.
His door was locked.
So Ty can't get in the door. So where is Ray when Ray shoots him?
Ray right here.
Outside of the car.
Inside the car.
So I'm facing this way, right? So how does Ray shoot him?
He had a gun something like this.
Okay.
Then he shot him twice.
Where did he hit him? Point on my body.
He was right here, back there somewhere.
Okay. So he shot him from inside the car, but hit him in the upper back. Okay. And you were right there.
There's no other bullet holes anywhere in the exterior of the car.
So
There's no bullet holes in the interior. He's got 2 in the back.
2 in the back.
Yeah.
Not through the seat or anything.
No, his story's bullshit. So because the car was stopped. He's got 2
Oh
in the back.
shit.
2 in the
He
back.
thought his story is bullshit.
Not through the seat or anything.
No, his story's bullshit. So because the car was stopped right at the curb, right at the intersection.
Okay.
A shot couldn't have been fired after he started to pull away from inside the car because they were already stopped at the intersection. That's right where the casings are.
Both DeTravon and Tylen had purposefully withheld a crucial detail.
What's going on, y'all?
When officers arrived on Ferguson Avenue at 2:08 a.m., they pronounced 35-year-old Brandon Cooper dead at the scene.
Man, that's
2
RP.
bullet casings were found inside the car, supporting DeTravon's claims that Cooper had been shot from inside the vehicle. However, what didn't add up was the discovery of 2 additional bullet casings outside on the road.
Didn't shoot this man. We're here, man. Look at me. We're here.
Don't do it.
I mean,
Don't do it.
it is what it is. I mean,
Let them do their job. Don't do it.
It's a terrible decision.
Let them do their job. Don't do it.
And so we don't keep doing all this. Okay, I'm gonna keep
Don't do it.
making notes and writing stuff that's gonna walk us in circles and it's all life. It's all
Don't do it.
Alright, I did.
Huh? You did it. Where did you shoot him from?
Oh my god. That's what they want you to do. This nigga weak, man. What the fuck?
Twice inside the car.
They got him.
One time.
They don't sweet talk them. They sweet talk this nigga. Man, this nigga tweaking, man.
Were there any bullets left in your car, in your gun?
This nigga told him to sell cause he's scared. That's crazy.
Just the way you talked to me, just the way you showed me? Were you on the driver's side by the door or in the middle? In the middle. Twice inside the car. And then you shot like at the car. Or
Now you
Surprisingly, DeTravon eventually confessed, claiming that he alone was responsible for Brandon Cooper's murder. Although the accounts of what actually transpired on January 26, 2022 varied among the four suspects, detectives had an explanation for the key moments. It all began around 12:30 a.m. when a Lyft ride was booked using DeTravon Mitchell's phone. Approximately 25 minutes later, as the driver reached a stop sign on St. Agnes Road, DeTravon and Tylen, who were both armed, pulled out their weapons, threatening to shoot. They robbed the victim, taking her belongings before Tylen took control of the vehicle and drove it to Anna Street, where they parked it inside a garage. At around 1:40 a.m., just like the first incident, a second Lyft ride was booked, again starting on Oak Ridge Drive. This time, however, it ended on Ferguson Avenue at 1:51 a.m., just one street away from the first crime scene. Once again, DeTravon and Tylen played key roles in the robbery. Inside the car, they both pulled out their weapons, threatening to shoot with the apparent intention of robbing the victim. When he did not comply, DeTravon fired 2 shots into his back, fatally wounding him, before firing a third round at the vehicle as all 4 teenagers fled. The second bullet casing found outside on the ground came from Tylen's firearm, as he also fired at the vehicle while escaping. 9 minutes after the murder, at 2 a.m., surveillance cameras captured the group running back toward Anna Street.
No.
Go to the parking lot, and then we see the police. So we start running. You see police where? Going down the street. Like towards where you just came from? Like where you shot the guy?
Around an hour later, a SWAT team raided the building after tracking the stolen vehicle from the first crime scene to the house where the teenagers had been staying. They were then arrested and taken to Dayton PD for questioning.
Do you feel bad about what happened?
Yeah, I didn't know he got murdered.
What did you think happened when he crashed?
He got out.
Did you see him get out?
I told you I ran. I just ran.
Supercharge your business with the all-new.
I don't know how
Shopify
like
point of
what they
sale.
case like
The
what they win at.
all-in-one
How much time they got? Shot for a murder.
New here at 5, 2 17-year-olds are headed to prison for murdering a Lyft driver. And in court today, the driver's mother had words for those teens. 2 Center 7's Mike Campbell.
Oh, so they called the Lyft on their phone, set the Lyft driver up, and killed them? Duh, they don't get caught for that murder. What the oh my God.
Mike,
Oh my
lots
God.
of emotion at the Montgomery County Courthouse today.
Absolutely, James. DeTravon
Oh my
Mitchell
God.
and Tylen Peaks were only 15 years old when Brandon Cooper was lured to a robbery attempt and then shot to death in 2022.
During the trial, both Tylen Peaks
Damn, them
and
boys got
DeTravon
older.
Mitchell
Shot to Peaks were only 15 years old
Them
when
boys got
Brandon
older.
Cooper was lured to a robbery attempt and then shot to death in 2022.
During the trial, both Tylen Peaks and DeTravon Mitchell were tried as adults due to the severity of their charges. Initially, Tylen pleaded not guilty, but as overwhelming evidence of his
Dang, you
involvement
told
surfaced,
already.
he later changed his plea to guilty. Similar to DeTravon Mitchell, Tylen was convicted on multiple charges, including murder, aggravated robbery, felonious assault, grand theft of a motor vehicle, and tampering with evidence. Although Tylen was never definitively linked to the fatal shots
I
that
didn't
killed
know.
Brandon Cooper, police records revealed that he had been involved in multiple similar robberies in the days leading up to the murder. These prior offences proved critical in court. As a result, Tylen Peaks was sentenced to 27 years to life in prison,
What that mean?
while DeTravon Mitchell received 25 years to life.
So them boys
Ray
got life?
and Ron, whose identities were never made public, were tried in juvenile court due to their lesser roles in Brandon Cooper's murder.
To the Cooper family, I want to start off by saying I'm sorry for the things that I put y'all through. I never meant for anything like that to happen. I'm not the monster they making me to think I'm human and all humans make mistakes. I just so happen to make it really bad.
The life you took, that fateful night, that fateful morning, was an amazing young man who would help anyone and literally give you the shirt off his back.
When Brandon Cooper kissed his wife goodnight on January 25th, he began his usual night shift as a Lyft driver, working to provide for his family. No one could have predicted that just hours later, his life would be tragically cut short.
Damn, y'all boys. Damn, that's fucked up.